I'm Sam Flynn. I'm a digital wellbeing and digital culture coach and trainer. And I deliver sessions in organizations on improving digital culture. So, digital culture is how digital solutions are used within organizations and the impact that that might have on well-being of their employees, but also on productivity and performance as well. And I also deliver sessions on reducing smartphone use. And that has a really significant impact in the workplace, actually, even if it's personal smartphone use. Because if people are going home at night and spending 4 hours scrolling on TikTok, then getting into bed and spending another couple of hours scrolling on TikTok, it's going to have a big impact on their well-being. And of course, when they come into work the next day, it's going to have impacted their sleep. So they're not going to perform as well because their sleep has been reduced. It's going to negatively impact their mental health. It's going to reduce the time they have to bring more joy into their life, which is, of course, a really important part of our well-being, experiencing joy. So even if smartphones aren't allowed in the workplace, the reducing smartphone use workshop can be super valuable in really helping employee well-being, but also performance and productivity as well. So, as an example of something I talk about in terms of digital culture, I talk a lot about digital distraction. So, in a typical workplace, people are being distracted and taken away from task every 3 minutes on average. And it takes us 26 minutes to get our full focus back on task. So obviously those maths don't work out. If we're being interrupted every 3 minutes and it takes us 26 minutes to gain back our full focus and attention on a task, that means we never have full focus and attention on a task because we're always being interrupted. So that could be an email notification. It could be a Teams chat. It could be, a meeting invitation coming through, or maybe even too many meeting invitations, which is all too common now in the Zoom world. It's easy to jump on these meetings. So reducing digital distraction is hugely, hugely important. There's a really interesting study actually that Hewlett-Packard did, where they tested the impact that digital interruption, so notifications, the impact it had on IQ scores. And they found that digital distraction lowered IQ on average by 10 points. Now, in comparison to that, another study found that smoking marijuana reduced on average IQ by 4 points. So reduced, your ability to perform in the IQ test by 4 points. So digital distractions actually had double the impact of smoking marijuana. And of course, you wouldn't allow people to sit smoking joints while they're working. And yet we are allowing constant email notifications, constant Teams chats coming through. So that's why digital distraction can be a hugely negative thing for organizations, and something that we work on quite a lot when we look at digital culture is how can we reduce that digital distraction so people can get more done, but also so they're not being overwhelmed all the time by more and more things coming through while they're trying to get on with their job. So it's a really important thing for well-being as much as it is for productivity and performance as well. And it's also a really important thing for this as well, for our smartphones, turning off notifications. So we're not being interrupted, our screen isn't lighting up, taking our attention elsewhere is also really important. So I do talk a lot about that in the course on reducing your smartphone use as well.